Welcome in Football Friday night, everybody. How about an unbelievable game? We're going to get to Shannon Earhart, who was at our big game over in Waukee taking on Valley. But we have to talk about the reigning two-time state champions on the ropes tonight, taking on Cedar Falls. Let's check out the highlights. This game was closer than anticipated. 21-7. Cedar Falls going to score. They chip away. It's Drew Gerds making it 21-14. Same score. Rams were held scoreless in the second half, and the Tigers go into their bag of tricks. Jet sweep pass, and it's Tate Hermanson scoring. And oh my gosh, it's a one-point game. Tigers decide we're not going to go for overtime. We're going to go for the win. They go for two and are stuffed. And Southeast Polk can breathe a sigh of relief. The Rams will hold on by the thinnest of margins. 21-20 is the final. Southeast Polk is headed back to the Dome. Centennial was trailing 14-0 at half against Bettendorf, and here come the Jaguars. Third quarter, Trenton Smith finds Elijah Porter, who runs it in for the first Jaguar touchdown of the night. Next drive, drops back. How about Chase Shuddy in the end zone? They are hyped. Jags 21 unanswered to make it a 21-14 lead. After a fumble recovery for Centennial to recover, they're going to drive the ball all the way downfield. They're going to hand it off to Elijah Porter, his second touchdown of the night. Centennial, get this, scores 41 unanswered points in the second half to cruise to a win. Final score, 41-14. Centennial is heading to the Dome. We had some technical difficulties with this Ankeny-Dowling game, but what we can tell you is this. Ankeny won this game 14-7 on a fourth down stop in the fourth quarter. In Jeff Bauer's first year as the head coach after taking over for Rick Nelson, he has his team headed to the Unidome. Unbelievable. 14-7 the final. But let's get to our game of the week. Football Friday night, Hy-Vee sponsoring us. Winner of tonight's games obviously headed to the Dome. Losers headed home. We got to go to Waukee. Central Iowa Powers. That's where we find our Shannon Earhart. Shannon, a game that lived up to the hype, and inexplicably we have a team going to the Dome after the way they started, of course.
No spoilers here. I can't tell you who's going to the Dome. We're going to have to go through the highlights so you can find out. But right here, it was Valley, Waukee. Valley 5-5, Waukee 8-2. Should have been handled as it looks on paper, but it's the playoffs. It never looks that way. Regular season games don't matter, though. Waukee did beat Valley by 3 touchdowns in the regular season. This game a little bit different. Everybody knew it would be a slugfest. We'll get into the first half here. Valley is actually the team that strikes first. Watch this. Drake DeGroot, a little play action. How about it for a team who likes to run the ball? They throw it to Jaden McGregor for the first touchdown of the game. It's 6-0 after a missed field goal. Waukee gets the ball now. Beckett Baker, the coach's son, actually only a sophomore, has the ball. Again, play action. It's to Henrik Nimley. Two teams who hammer the run decide to have passing touchdowns the first of the night. Waukee is up 7-6 after the PAT is good. Now under 2 minutes to go here. Waukee sets up in field goal position. Valley blocks it. It's Jaden McGregor again for the scoop and score. Goes yard all the way down to the end zone. Valley takes the lead 13-6. Let's jump into the second half. 1:15 left in the third, a little RPO. I fell for the pump fake. That's why you're looking at the sky. DeGroot starts dancing back there, doesn't have to second guess. He finds his man wide open, waving his hands. Jaden Brown in the middle of the field. Breaks for the end zone. The go-ahead touchdown makes it 20-7 after the PAT. Beckett Baker, Waukee ball with plenty of time in the pocket. Last chance. It's actually a pick. It's a pick, actually. Waukee picks it, takes it to the end zone. But not quite. Do not score. Could not get it done. Ball's on the Tigers 35. Warriors go 3 and out. Time trickling down, under 20 seconds to go. Now it's a last chance for Waukee. Baker takes a second. No good. Valley saw the play walk on that one. The defensive stop calls the game. Valley wins it 20-7. An unbelievable game here. Defensive. I mean, the 20-7 victory. Who would have guessed it was Valley, the underdogs, 5-5. They started the season 1-5. They started this actually month of October, 1-5, 1 out, and now here they are going to the Dome back-to-back seasons. Could you imagine that? I couldn't, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shannon. And with that, we have our 5A Final Four set, all CIML. Southeast Polk and Valley, a rematch, 4 p.m. on Friday, and it's the battle for Ankeny. That's 7 o'clock at the Unidome on Friday. That is going to be so much fun. We'll be right back, folks, with 4A and Blue.
You're watching Football Friday Night!
All right, welcome back. Let's shift our attention to Class 4A. North Polk looking to knock off the defending state champions. Taking on Cedar Rapids Xavier. First quarter, we were scoreless, and here's the hit of the night. Saints run a screen pass. Colton Beasler-Weber cut, and then boom! Cohen Torres set the tone for this defense for North Polk. Comets would strike first on a field goal here from Noah Blomquist, 3-0. It took until the second quarter to get our first touchdown of the game. North Polk in the red zone knocking on the door. Nathan Feldman, the keeper to the right, and he walks in. Comets led 10-7 at the half. They go on to win it 17-14. Headed to the Dome, we'll have a new Class 4A champion. ADM taking on Lewis Central. Titans up 3-0 early. They're going to add to it from 9 yards out. Lewis Central takes a 10-0 lead, but ADM would answer. In fact, so much so, what a day by Aiden Flora. 2 long runs gives them a 14-10 lead and then a 21-10 lead at half, but Lewis Central rolled all the way back to win it 32-31. How about Van Meter PCM? Van Meter up in 2A now. Doesn't matter. They're headed back to the Dome. Austin Baumhover runs at 35 yards for a Big touchdown. Van Meter looking good. Baumhover, we just saw it do it with his legs. How about with his arm? Touchdown pass to Cale Trudeau. And death taxes, Bulldogs headed to the Dome. Final score, 31-21. Van Meter take a bow. Madrid ACGC, it's a shame one of these teams has to lose. Both undefeated. Madrid up 7-0. Alex Saxton gonna get a big pick for Madrid. Defense was critical. Third quarter, ACGC gonna get on the board down 7-0. Tied at 7 after this one. They would eventually take the lead, but Madrid would win this game. How about this final score, 21-14. Grundy Center is on a mission, folks, on a mission to win it all. Taking on Dyke New Hartford, and this was complete domination. How about Justin Knack? Just rumbling, tumbling into the end zone, 7-0 early. Like I said, complete domination, wire to wire. Play action, Colin Gordon, and this is an unbelievable catch by Tiernan Vokes. How did he get his feet down? That would have counted in the NFL. Spartans roll to the Dome, 40-0 the final. A couple games we were not able to get video of tonight. Creston taking on Webster City, 50-27, and Bondurant Farrar heads to Glenwood and beats them, 31-21. Don't go anywhere. Fan of the night next. Fan of the week. They say fans, they're brave. Braving the cold. Let's check it out. Okay, no shirts. Make it make sense. They just want to see their team win. No shirt, no problem. That's your fan of the week right there. Unbelievable football Friday night. Cannot wait to see you next week at the Unidome. Good night, everybody.